Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Trucker Tank. Today we have a very special guest and a very dear friend of mine, Tony Justice. And Tony has made a major decision to lay down the truck keys and to go into music full time. And I know from all our friends on Facebook and everybody who's at truck shows, everybody's going crazy over this announcement. Tony, welcome to Trucker Tank, brother.
Well, thanks for having me. It's always good to talk to you, Van. Hope you guys are having a good day down there in a nice, cool Georgia.
Yeah, cool if you're inside, not outside. I ain't seen squirrels out there begging to come inside for the AC. It's just crazy.
That's who's been knocking on the door. You just ain't looking down low enough when you open it. Everybody thinks someone's pranking them, but it's the squirrels.
You can't see them through the keyhole. So I know you made this big decision. Tell me what led you to finally make this move. I mean, everybody's been wanting and anticipating it forever, and I know everybody's just excited as can be that you've made this move. So,
well, I'm glad everybody's excited. I'm scared shitless, but as long as everybody else is excited, that's the main thing. But no, we just had a lot of things happen this year that have. This wasn't like a conscious decision that I made. It's just things have just played out since Matt's the truck show in Louisville, to where I kind of had to do it. We were just so busy, so many things going on. And I kept saying, well, a couple of days I should be able to go out and go to work. I'll take a load, and then next thing you know, before that day rode around, there was 20 more things piled on us with the music. So it just kind of got to the point to where I said, maybe someone's trying to tell me something. We've had so many people doing so many things for us to allow us to make this possible. Hell, my boss man's keeping my insurance paid, for me and Misty, while I'm doing this, and I didn't ask for that. We have so many things being done for us that I haven't even asked for, and I was like, maybe someone's just trying to tell me something. So, we're not literally laying down the keys, but I'm just changing my focuses. It was more in the past. It's been more trucking and in music part time, and I'm just swapping those roles. I want to focus on my music, make it full time, and do the trucking part time. And of course, everybody knows I got the best boss in the whole wide world, and the greatest sponsors in the whole wide world. That's allowing me to do that without putting myself in in a financial situation that makes things hard. We're very blessed to be able to do this way and see how it works out because of so many people who are supporting us.
I tell you what, I was talking to Paul, Long Haul Paul, today, and I was talking about your sponsors of all things. And I was like, I can't believe how Tony put all this together, and all the sponsors, we all know each other, like each other, support each other. I said, that's just crazy. It's unheard of in the business world, but that you've done it. I mean,
well, yeah. That's because God done it. Tony didn't. I just blessed for it to work out that way. We have, people. We've always been really picky. Misty and I both. I always wanted to make sure that if we work with a sponsor, that they're the kind of people who are genuinely passionate about the industry, not just trying to make money off the trucking industry. And all of our sponsors, from Roadworks to DPF Regeneration, Justice Tax, BullSnot. I hate when I start naming them because then I got to remember them all. I'm afraid I'll leave somebody out. J&S Trucks, Bennett Transportation.
Yep.
All you guys are genuinely passionate about, especially the drivers. You yourself, you come out to shows, you interact with the drivers. You take the time to listen to to their stories, and we appreciate that as truck drivers. We really, really appreciate feeling appreciated. It's not that we need to pat it on the back every day. I mean, we're proud to shoulder the responsibilities that come along with trucking, and there's a lot of sacrifice. we take pride. We take pride in what we do, and we're honored to carry that responsibility. But every now and then, a little pat on the back is nice, and then having our sponsors come out, like you do, like the folks at Roadworks do, and so many others, and interact with the drivers, and the drivers understand. Yeah, I see why Tony wants to work with these people, because they really genuinely care about us, and that's what it's about to me. So we don't take every sponsorship offer that comes along. I mean, you've been around each other a while, and you could probably name a couple that I just like. Nah, I don't think their
Oh
hearts in the right.
yeah.
I don't think their hearts in the right place, and I don't want to be, their, I don't know, show pony. A lot of people are looking for show ponies, and they want you to be their salesman. And I said, I'm not a salesman. If you don't have your finger on the pulse of the trucking industry enough to know how I can benefit you, then don't try to cut me a deal where I sell your product on commission. That's not what I've worked 30 years to do. So we've got great sponsors who understand that, and more importantly, they're just genuinely passionate about these men and women that sacrifice their time from their family, away from their home, their friends, to keep this country rolling. They know how much trouble we are in if that don't happen and if they don't do their job. So that's the kind of sponsors I've got, and you guys are the ones that's making all this possible for me to focus more on the music right now.
I tell you, and me personally, I'm very happy that you're focusing on the music, because this last album you put out was phenomenal, and now it's time to make some videos. So I'm gonna push you a little bit, say, Tony, let's do some videos. Cause
Yeah, you and a bunch of other people's pushing me. It comes down to, it's like anything else, just time and money, baby. But it's time to do it, and we're working on some stuff. I'm working with Andy Sapp out of, actually, down in your neck of the woods. He lives over around Lawrenceville, so I guess it's a little southwest of you, but he's just east of Atlanta down there. But he's been on the road with Zach Brown Band and Florida Georgia Line. He did all their live show footage. And
Yep.
kind of, you see videos with them on stage. He's the guy that kind of filmed that stuff. He's a great producer for videos. It's a whole new thing for me. I've always used Chris in the past, and he always had tons of B-roll to fall back on, where he does all these, filming convoys over all the last 15 years and doing CB interviews, and so we just had to film a little bit. We just had to film like a little bit of a concert, a little bit of Tony driving down the road in Purgatory, and maybe a couple other, like Uncle Ben, like in Last of the Cowboys. But we're doing this one. It's all creating all new material from the ground up. Basically, we don't have that B-roll to fall back on, and so I'm excited to be working with Andy. So we're working on the Life on 18 Wheels video, and then simultaneously, basically, we're filming Broke Down Beer Truck. That's our goal anyway. I don't know which one we're going to release first. I think Broke Down Beer Truck will be a great summertime song, but
Yes, it
we'll
will.
see. That'll all work out the way it's supposed to, but we're working on it, and by golly, we're going to get it done here, hopefully before too long.
Life on 18 Wheels, that's the BullSnot song.
It is a BullSnot song. Yeah, that's the BullSnot video that you so graciously are going to sponsor. So now I got to do my part and get it done.
Well, there's no
It's a
hurry.
lot. It's a lot. Even with that's how crazy it's been. Even with me taking off the time from trucking to work on it full time, I still am struggling with keeping up with the workload. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true, and it blows my mind that it's got to this point to where we're so busy with conference calls, answering emails every day. We're doing spreadsheets on truck shows. We're working on putting a tour together next year. So we got to pick out 15 or 20 of the shows that we want to do. Make sure they're in the correct regions for the sponsors, or what the sponsor of the tours.
Yep.
And then communicating all that with 2 or 3 different people. It's a lot, and it's fun, but it's time consuming. It's a lot of work, and maybe I'm making excuses, but we're doing the best we can to try to get these videos done.
Hey, I saw the other day where you got that new tour bus. Awesome bus. I mean, I've had the pleasure of actually being inside the bus. And did you ever finalize the design on it? I know you're going to wrap it Tony Justice, and that's the next big move. And guys, for those who haven't seen it, there ain't a tour bus on the planet it's not any nicer than this one. This is phenomenal.
The folks at Evans Family Farm and DPF Regeneration, once again, back to that sponsor thing and how things have really fell into our lap here lately. But DPF Regeneration and Evans Family Ranch, that kind of we wasn't trying to get a bus, and next thing I know, we got a bus. So and then the folks at Bennett goes, well, we need to wrap that thing, and I was like, yeah, well, that takes money. He goes, well, I didn't say nothing about money. I just said we need to wrap it. So next thing I know, we're working with a guy named William Ray down there. He's also out of Georgia, and so he's actually working on design. I think we're 98% finished with the design. We're just making a few last changes. We were hoping to have it done prior to next weekend's show up in New Carlisle, the Evans Family Ranch 4th of July celebration on July 1st and 2nd. Just quick shout out. We're going to be up in New Carlisle, Ohio, the 1st and 2nd of July, performing, doing a concert, full band. It's going to be a blast. Huge fireworks show. They put on an amazing show up there. But anyhow, so we're close. We're close. I'm hoping, like I said, I was hoping to have it done before the 4th of July deal, but when we get back the week after next, we'll be going straight to Knoxville and putting the wrap on that. So I'm excited to show it to everybody when it gets done.
Oh, that's going to be amazing to see that. Because I know that is a major milestone to have a tour bus. So it's just, people just don't realize how big a deal that is. That's just crazy.
Yeah, we were just, like I said, I had Mo Duramax out there in my merchandise trailer. I mean, it's nice. Don't get me wrong, especially when you're at the show and you're set up. You need to get 15 minutes to yourself, or go. Some of these shows get hotter and daggone it, like out there in Oak Grove, and just to be able to go in there and cool off, get a cold drink out of the refrigerator. Take a quick shower if you want to, and gather your thoughts. It's awesome. But as far as driving down the road, if I'm on the steering wheel, I'm in my comfort zone, whether it's in my Peterbilt or my Duramax or the tour bus now, So, we really was not trying to get a tour bus. It was like, we can't afford it. I mean, me and Misty even had the conversation. I said, even if we got a tour bus sponsored, it didn't cost us a penny. I said, to operate one, the operation costs of a tour bus are expeditious. It's crazy. And we got this thing. I said, I'm not sure how this is going to work out. And, every time you fill that thing up, if it's down there around in between quarter and empty, you're looking at almost $1,000, with fuel prices being what they are. And, lo and behold, I took the thing to my yard and washed it there at ETI and pulled around to the fuel pumps after we got done and filled that thing up. And it just kept taking fuel. And the guy goes, how big tank's on this thing? I said, I don't know. I was figuring 100 gallons, and it gets 120 gallons, and it's still pumping and pumping. I'm like, I don't know how this is going to work out. Anyway, it finally clicks off, and it's like $780 or whatever. And so he comes out with a receipt. He goes, you want to go inside and pay them? I said, yeah, how much was it? He told me about that time boss man walked around. He grabbed the receipt out of my hand and said, how much fuel did it hold? I said, about 120 gallons. I said, it still had an eighth tank. It must have a 150-gallon tank on it. And he just grabs the receipt. He goes, well, I'll take care of it this time. We have fuel on the yard, so he buys 30,000 gallons at a time or whatever. He has a fuel tanker come in there every couple of weeks. And he just paid for my daggone fuel, and he's been doing that ever since, all my outgoing fuel to these shows. And, if even with the bus being sponsored and Hattie Jane with DPF paying that little lease, which was very little lease that he's charging us, it's worth $10,000 more a month. Even with that, it takes a lot of money to operate it. And he's carrying the insurance on it. I don't know what the insurance would be and the liability on that. It just added me as a driver, put me under the insurance, and boss man's been taking care of my fuel. So it's just like, it's those kind of things that don't happen. And I know they don't happen because I've been doing this for 30 years, over 30 plus. I'm like, hey, dummy, somebody might be trying to tell you something. You might need to put a little more effort into this. So that's why I decided to do it. And but if I'm not hanging up my keys, I'm still going. I'm gonna be out there trucking up and down the road in that tour bus. Hell, that thing's almost 70 foot long with my merchandise trailer on the back of it. And let me share a little something with everybody. 4-wheelers don't act any different around tour buses than they do around big trucks. So I'm still putting up with the same bull crap from some of these drivers that's out here on the road with us. And, when things start slowing down around, October, November, I'm sure I'll be back out there trucking. And Purgatory's in good shape. Everybody's going, what are you going to do at Purgatory? Like, well, she's on a little local run, and I can jump on that every now and then if they need me to. You just run from Piney Flats to Knoxville, and then my brother, everybody knows my brother had open heart surgery, and he should be cleared to go back and drive in August, and I'm sure we'll throw him in there, and Purgatory will be in good hands, and we'll see what happens when November rolls around. Things slow down a little bit.
Tell everybody, just so they know again, tell them who you drive for, because he is such a good man. I mean, if you're a driver, you're looking for a company to drive for, tell them who it is, Tony.
Everhart Transportation. I mean, Klein and Lisa Everhart, and actually, I mean the whole team there. Klein Allen and Stacy over the safety department, Tara and Lisa back there in bookkeeping, and the dispatchers are Randy and Bob and Russell. I mean, you got a shop full of mechanics. Man, everybody there has always supported me. There's never been no jealousy from other drivers. None of my windows have been knocked out of my pickup truck when I leave it parked there and I'm gone all week. They've just been so great. Everybody there's been so great to me, and none of this would be possible without Klein. If you look at my music career from 1992 till 2011, it was astounding. It was like we were trying to put all the pieces together, but it was flat. And then if you look at it from 2011, which is when I really started working for Klein, and we got the distribution with Pilot. I mean, that's the foundational block that all this is setting, and that's what holds it all up. Because none of it would be possible without him. Not only encouraging me to keep working toward it, but also supporting it. He wasn't just encouraging me; he supported me financially. You can tell somebody, "Yeah, go get them all day," but when you hand them a check or pay for their fuel or let them use the truck. Back in the early days, man, before we even had a merchandise trailer, I don't know the times I took Purgatory to a truck show and I throw my merchandise in the sleeper, strap it down on the catwalks, and we had a show somewhere, I can't remember where it was, and we couldn't find any freight going out that direction. He goes, "Go out there and grab one of them empty trailers there and fill that thing up with fuel and go on." I mean, who does that?
Your boss.
My boss does it, and Everhart
Yep.
Transportation out of Greenville, Tennessee. They're just it's God, family, and trucking. That's kind of how they are over there. You're not a truck number. If you take care of your equipment, you give them good effort. They'll put you in the nice trucks. They take care of those and take care of them. And if you can't work for these people and like your job, you're never going to work for anybody and like a job. I promise you. You're just shit out of luck.
Hey, I want to go back to one thing you said. Just like, I go to a lot of truck shows. For everybody doesn't know, every truck show Tony's at, I'm at. And that's what we made the commitment for this year. Because last year, every truck show Tony's at, I was at another one. So we coordinated our schedules this year, including Evan's family. I'll be at that one as well. But I want to back up to one thing you said that I want everybody to truly understand, which is, how many truck shows have we been to, Tony, this year where everybody says, "Boy, you're an overnight success." And what do I say? Yeah, overnight, if you can consider 17 years. I started the company in 2005. It's taken a lot of work in years and years. And Tony's been through from day one. I mean, Tony's, we've been friends a long time. So he's been here since day one. So he's seen all the products develop. He helped name even like my glass cleaner, Visible. I called it something totally different. We was on a trip to Washington, and Tony says, "Why don't you just name that damn stuff Visible?" And I said, "I believe I will. That's a good name." And so all the bulls on everything here come from Tony. We just name products together and become real close friends. But the point is, you started in 92. It took 20 years for you to get where you're at now. And everybody thinks you can just jump into being a musician or build a company and you're going to do it in 6 months to a year. That doesn't happen. It takes a lot of work. I mean, I know I can speak firsthand because I've seen how much work Tony put into the music career. And it's just crazy. I mean, everything that goes on behind the scenes, but you do have a wonderful support team. You got Misty, you got your daughters. I mean, you got a great support team, and I know you couldn't do it without them. So
there's no way. And there's so many people behind the scenes. Nobody knows what a lot of them look like or what their names are. Um, that make all this possible. Anybody that's having any kind of success, I guarantee you there's a huge support team. It takes an army of people that believe in you enough to, put their own time. They could be doing lots of other stuff into helping me try to achieve a dream. It's just there's some really good people in this world, and
Yep.
I tell people all the time. I've got this new saying. It's like, people like you said, overnight success, this and that. I'm like, it's not what you see us doing that's made us successful. It's all the stuff nobody sees us doing. The all night, unloading all the years I spent just trucking 1,800 miles, maybe sometimes 2,000 between Sunday and Wednesday. Get in 2-3 o'clock Thursday morning, get up at 7, load, start cleaning the trailer, the Duramax before I had the bus. Now I got a damn bus to clean, but anyway, cause got to have your truck clean because I'm sponsored by a damn cleaning company, and you can't roll into a truck show looking dirty. So you clean the
You're
trailer,
welcome.
and you dry it, and you wash the truck, and you dry it, and then load all the merchandise up, and you take off, and you drive another 500 or 600 miles. You get to a show, you unload it all, you set it all up. You spend 2 days at the truck show, and then it's over, and you load it all back up, bring it back home, get home Sunday, 6, 7 o'clock Sunday evening, unload it all, inventory, unhook, get in bed 10, 11 o'clock, get up at 8:30 and call in for dispatch and be in Mesquite, Texas on Tuesday morning. I mean, I've done that for 9, 10 years.
Yep.
And the Lord's watched over me doing it. He's kept me safe doing it. And it takes a lot, and it's not very many people. There's some people out there that just decide to do something and get a big break, but 99.9%, it's just a lot of hard work, dedication, and just being that passionate about something that you do, I would be this passionate even if all this didn't happen. I would still be writing songs. I'd still be going to Nashville or saving up my money, going and doing a demo. Say if I wrote 10 songs this year, I'd go demo my best 3. And, that's what I was doing kind of when this whole deal developed, because of a Christmas song that I wrote called Bring Daddy Home. A friend of mine heard it, played it for a guy in Nashville. It ended up being Randy Boudreaux, and we ended up doing the On the Road album. And the Kenny Chesney song fell on our laps. It's just, I would be doing it regardless. I'd be working at it. So, because music's not something you decide to become a part of. It's something that's a part of you, and you do it regardless of success.
Yeah. But you got to be out there working and pushing and striving regardless of stuff. You say stuff falls in your lap. It falls in your lap because you're there. I mean, it's that simple. And it's just like, people saying overnight success. Well, why do people like BullSnot? Because I'm going to the truck shows. I'm talking to drivers. I'll show you how the products work. And then people understand it. And then we got our posse, which is you're the marshal, obviously. And the posse goes out and tells people how it works. But the way to truly understand the technology and the chemistry behind all the BullSnot products is use it. I mean, you just can't hardly explain it any better. Look, watch it, see this. So that's the way it works. And hey, changing the subject on that, I know you're looking at doing the Tony Justice Greatest Hits album. That'll be your next album, correct?
Greatest Shifts album.
Greatest Shifts. My bad.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Come on now.
Well,
I haven't officially had a hit. I can't say I've had a hit, but so I can't. I'm not gonna call it
two
greatest
big
hit.
ones. You had 2.
Yeah, but they're not certified hits. So calling the album, Tony Justice Greatest Hits, it's probably gonna be a 25, 30 song CD. We're gonna have 6 new songs. Yep. We're gonna pick 3 to 5 of the most favorite songs off each of the last 5 albums. So I want to call it, since I haven't been a certified hit maker, we're gonna call it, Tony Justice Greatest Shifts. That's not shits. It's shift. It's shift. You shift the gear. It's not sponsored by Taco Bell.
Oh, bless your heart.
We're looking forward to it. Hopefully, we'll start working on that in January or sooner. But
Well, you're going to have. I mean, name one trucker you ever met that hasn't heard the Last of the Cowboys. I mean, I can't even think of one that hasn't heard the Last of the Cowboys. Everybody's heard that one. Brothers Highway, Star Stripes and White Lines. I mean, we can go through a whole list that if you're a trucker, you know those songs. So whether they're certified greatest hits by CMA, who cares? They're certified by the truckers, and they're the most
That's
important.
right.
So
I still like greatest shifts. So.
Oh, I do too. I just stick with it because you've told me that several times, and I just can't get it through my thick skull. But but we're friends regardless.
My phone is going to drop. I'm at 5%. I have no idea where my charger cord is, and I'm here alone. So you're either going to let me get up and find my charger, or we're going to cut this thing short before it just goes black.
Nope, we're going to cut it short. I appreciate all your time. I know you got to get back to doing the trailer, and you're my brother. So
we love you. We'll be seeing you next weekend, and come on up to the house. We'll ride up in that bus up to Ohio or something.
We'll certainly do that. And that's the wrap for Trucker Tank. Appreciate everybody tuning in, and we will catch you the next episode. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, hit that subscribe button. Sure would appreciate it. All the best.
Take care, everybody. Speed safe.